All right, folks, it's Christmas Eve 2024. I have spent all month watching every Home Alone movie. Can you believe there are 6 of them? So here's my official Home Alone tier list. I'm at home with strep throat right now, so I enlisted the help of Buddy the Elf to make this video. First up, Home Alone. An instant classic with a quirky new concept for a holiday movie or otherwise sees Kevin McAllister realistically left home alone when his family travels overseas for Christmas. People love this movie for a variety of reasons, some of which include relatable family chaos. The portrayal of a large, chaotic family during the holiday season resonates with many viewers. Kevin's resourcefulness, watching Kevin outwit the wet bandits with his clever traps, is both humorous and inspiring. Heartwarming themes, the movie emphasizes the importance of family and making it a feel-good holiday film. Memorable characters, Kevin McAllister and the quirky burglars, Harry and Marv, are unforgettable and well acted. The soundtrack, John Williams' score, including Somewhere in My Memory, enhances the emotional and holiday. It's a perfect mix of humor, heart, and holiday cheer that keeps people coming back year after year. S tier. Of course, Home Alone 2 ups the ante just a bit with its iconic New York City setting. Seeing iconic landmarks like the Plaza Hotel, Central Park, and Rockefeller Center Christmas tree taps into the dream of exploring New York as a kid. Kevin's over-the-top traps are new and exciting, and the slapstick, exaggerated reactions make for memorable, if not a bit cringy, moments. Home Alone 2 also has many memorable characters like the Pigeon Lady and quotes such as "Merry Christmas, you filthy animal" that are iconic. The combination of heart, humor, and holiday vibes makes Home Alone 2 a perennial favorite. S tier. Home Alone 3 was certainly a surprise for me when I was a kid. I didn't expect any more of these. Focusing on the Pruitt family, 8-year-old Alex is left home alone due to him having chicken pox as he thwarts a group of international spies looking for a stolen microchip. I love this plot because it perfectly encapsulates the ideas and themes of Home Alone, but in a completely new light. The shift from bumbling burglars to a group of international spies adds a new level of stakes and intrigue. One of my favorite aspects of this movie was Alex using an RC car with a camera strapped to it, zipping around the neighborhood, spying on the bad guys. Ultimately, Home Alone 3 has its unique appeal and did a great job in continuing the franchise by doing its own thing. I'm going to give it an A-tier status. That brings us to the fourth one, easily the worst of them all. Being a continuation of the McAllister family story, but everyone was recast as D-list actors. It attempted to reboot the series, but was met with significant criticism. Here's the general consensus. Lack of continuity. The film is set in the same universe as the original movies, but drastically changes established characters and storylines. Kevin McAllister is portrayed by a new actor, and the plot doesn't align with the previous films. The plot is considered overly simplistic and lacking the charm and cleverness of the original 2 films. The traps, a hallmark of the series, are less creative and often feel forced. Low production quality is a made-for-TV movie. The budget constraints are evident in the production design, acting, and direction, making it feel less polished. Many fans felt the series should have ended with the second movie, as the third, with a different cast, was already considered a step down by some. Home Alone 4 felt like a further decline. If someone used voice AI to change the names of all the characters, I think it would be a better movie. That being said, Home Alone 4 fails to capture the magic of the original films and is best avoided unless you're a diehard fan of the series. Like I read Home Alone 4 as F tier. Home Alone 5, The Holiday Heist, is the 5th installment in the Home Alone movie series. Released in 2012, it was made as a TV movie and departs from the original storylines of Kevin McAllister. The story follows a boy named Finn Baxter who moves across the country into a new house with his family. He becomes convinced the house is haunted, but instead of ghosts, he encounters burglars trying to steal a valuable painting hidden in the home. Finn sets up booby traps to defend the house. I like that it retains the spirit of the originals with creative traps, holiday vibes, while being a fresh premise, if not a bit predictable. The biggest problem I had with the movie is that the thief played by Malcolm McDowell. McDowell was well acted, but he could have just explained his situation for why he wanted a painting, and I bet it would have simply been given to him. Overall, The Holidays Heist is fun, but forgettable, and I place it on the D tier. Home Sweet Home Alone, also known as Home Alone 6, is the 6th installment in the Home Alone franchise. It was released on November 12, 2021 as a Disney original movie. The story follows a young British boy, Max Mercer, who is accidentally left home alone while his family travels to Japan for the holidays. A couple, Pam and Jeff McKenzie, believe Max has stolen a valuable heirloom from their home and attempt to break into his house to retrieve it. Chaos ensues as Max sets up booby traps, or rather just traps to defend himself. His home's AI restricts the word booby. But unlike previous films, this story emphasizes understanding and reconciliation. So I really like the originality of the plot. It's different enough to stand out on its own, but it's still a Home Alone movie. The revised dynamics of Pam and Jeff thinking some punk kids stole their family heirloom is refreshing. After the first break-in, Pam and Jeff get questioned by Officer Buzz McAllister, which I thought was an excellent inclusion, and great to see his character in new light while adding just the right amount of nostalgia. So a few things I didn't like include the comedy falling short and not landing, as well as the lack of emotional warmth of the first two movies. Overall, Home Sweet Home Alone aimed to modernize the franchise, and I think it got the job done. Solid B-tier rating for me.
Okay, really quick before we wrap it up. If I were to make a Home Alone movie, what would it be like? First, I'd have it set during Halloween instead of Christmas. I know that breaks conventions, but it would be a fresh start. Second, I'd have it starring 2 kids instead of just 1. Let's get a sassy redhead gal with loads of brawn. I'd also rope in an Asian boy with all the brains. For whatever reason, they are home alone during Halloween and have to take on some punks terrorizing the neighborhood. They discover their evil deeds and plot to fight back. I don't know, sounds like it could be a good time. What do you think?
So there you have it. What do you think of my list? Where would you place all the movies? If you made it to the end of this video, consider subscribing. Thanks for watching.